5 feet 8 inches tall, his official weight an even 146 pounds. An MMA practitioner undefeated as a professional at 1-0. His lone victory coming by way of submission. Representing Costa Jiu-Jitsu, fighting out of Fairfield, California, Fernando Costa. And across the conquer cage, his opponent fighting out of the red corner. Standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, his official weight 145.2 pounds. An MMA practitioner making his professional debut here tonight. He represents Raul Castillo MMA. Fighting out of Half Moon Bay, California, please welcome Matt, the Tornado Aragoni. And our referee in charge of the action, Ed Colantes.
Gentlemen,
I guess we're going to do the instructions in every single fight.
Any questions, Blue? Touch gloves if you want. Let's go.
Fernando Costa, as I was saying before the announcements, has not fought since 2014. Aragoni has stayed busy, 3 fights in 2016. It is Costa in the black and red trunks and the gray trunks belonging to Matt Aragoni, the Tornado, coming off 3 amateur victories. He makes his pro debut here tonight. Here we go. Very stiff punching off the bat from Costa. These body shots. There's a headshot.
That was nicely timed to change the levels by Aragoni.
Down goes Costa. And immediately pulled.
So here's one of the cool things about MMA today is that you've got black belts going against other black belts.
Absolutely. 2 BJJ black belts in there. And that's why it's such a stalemate right now on the ground, Leslie.
Costa's doing a really good job. He was controlling the biceps of Aragoni on the ground, and that was preventing him from taking any damage when they were on the ground.
And not to interrupt, but that's the difference in a BJJ black belt. He was comfortable giving up his back because he knew he was not going to get caught in anything. Let me ask you something, Leslie. There seems to be some damage to the left bicep, or is that a tattoo?
Well, I can't tell. I was wondering about that too. It looks like a lotus flower, and that might be the color in the lotus flower. What I was wondering is, where did the blood on Aragoni's forehead come from?
There was a lot of shots thrown early on by Costa. I don't know what landed, but it could have also happened on the ground, perhaps an inadvertent clash of heads. There's a high kick that just misses. Nice right hand from Aragoni. Costa fires back and misses both those attempts at a counterpunch. And going for another takedown is Aragoni. Stuffing that takedown is Costa, who lands a right hand. Every time he lands a big, heavy shot, he stumbles a little. Could be a little bit of ring rust, taking nothing away from Costa.
Yeah, how you were talking about kind of the stiffness, that might have been what it is, because it looks like he's loosening up a little bit. He's getting a little bit more into the groove.
Big height and reach advantage here for Aragoni. Not exactly sure how tall Costa is, but you can see the height advantage visually, and there's an uppercut from Costa, and he lands a right hand, and Aragoni switches levels again and shoots for a takedown, stuffed by Costa.
But he drove him all the way against the other side of the cage.
Absolutely. Which did what he wanted to do, which was stifle the punches that were landing from Costa. If you're just joining us, welcome to flowcombat.com. This is Conquer 4 live from the Craneway Pavilion in the Bay Area of California. Matt Aragoni in the gray trunks taking on Fernando Costa in the red and black trunks. Very close first round thus far. The knees continue to land to the midsection of Costa. Costa's talking to him. He's saying something to him, Leslie. I'm not sure what it is. He wants to create that space, though, and land more shots. He was doing very well on the feet as he eats a right hand to the ear. Aragoni desperately wants to get this fight to the ground.
You think that's where he's going for? Or do you think it's just instinct for him that every time that they're engaging, he ends up driving him back?
I don't know. He's put a lot of effort into these takedown attempts. Costa doing a good job staying on his feet. Aragoni doing a good job landing knees on the inside.
That was a nice kick. It was like he faked the right hand, and then it worked so well he had to do it again.
Changes levels again, goes for a double leg, stuffed again by Costa, and they are right in front of us. Now he's going to get him down, but right back to his feet is Costa. Couldn't quite finish that takedown.
I was going to say if he drops down and grabs onto Costa's legs, but Costa's doing a good job with that whizzer. He's got that overhook that's preventing Aragoni from dropping down.
Matt Aragoni has some high school wrestling. He also wrestled at JC Skyline College at the weight of 149 pounds.
Something just clicked in Aragoni's head because he just started moving head movement and bouncing around in a way that he had not done before. Earlier, they were just standing in the middle of the cage, and
What causes that, Leslie? Is it a more respect for the punching power, or is he just like, okay, I'm tired of getting hit?
I think it's about remembering training. I think that a lot of times when you come in and if you're good at one thing, which both of these guys are jiu-jitsu black belts, when you're coming in as a black belt, that's your main thing. Sometimes it can be hard to loosen up in something that isn't your initial discipline. And so sometimes it just takes waking up to the fight to remember all your training and to be like, oh yeah, I can do this. I can have fun. I can move. I don't have to just stand here. I can play.
He finally gets the takedown he's been looking for the entire round. He lands about 2 forearms before the round ends.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Man, that was really exciting. I really like the way that he opened up and started moving. So, you know how they talk about wrestlers, when wrestlers are going to go against each other, that lots of times they say we're either going to get a really good wrestling match or a bad kickboxing match. And I'm not saying that that's what was happening at the beginning of here, but they weren't doing a whole lot of head movement. They were kind of just taking their shots whenever they could, and whatever happens, happened. But halfway through that, Aragoni was like, you know what? I train better than this. I can move. I can do more. I can play. And I feel like it opened up a whole lot for him.
Absolutely. I think you're absolutely correct. And once that switch was made, he also landed a nice head kick. He landed some good shots. He stopped completely going for the takedown, although he did at the end and he actually achieved it. And maybe the fact that he opened up his striking a little was the reason that he was finally able to get that takedown, because when you're only shooting for a takedown, it's a little easier for the guy to stuff those takedowns. But when you got to sort of move your head out of the way, as you said, because now he's throwing shots at you, now you're a little more open for the takedown.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Leslie Smith yawning on the Conquer 4 broadcast.
No, we've got these naked juices up here, and I've been putting them down. I was trying to cover up my mouth.
Round number 2, Conquer 4 underway, second fight of the night. Big left hand from Costa. Still looks a little stiff when he throws the punches, but he is landing. And that whizzer there. And Costa pommels underneath, controlling the head, trying to stop this. Ooh, used the cage there. Calantes taking a close look at that. Referee Ed Calantes, a veteran here for the California State Athletic Commission. I gotta give it to Costa. Coming off the couch after not fighting since 2014, his takedown defense is stellar.
Well, I don't think he's been on the couch. It looks like he's been training this whole time.
Well, if Nathan Diaz can come off the beach, Fernando Costa can come off the couch. And now he's got him down in a full mount. Not an easy task, full mounting a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. What needs to happen here, Leslie, for Fernando Costa to get out from underneath this?
Well, there's a couple things. One of them is that Aragoni, he's got his legs are kind of caught up. He needs to get his legs unwound from Aragoni's legs. Ooh, although at this point he has a whole different set of problems.
I don't know if he's looking for a body triangle. There it is. There's the body triangle, because he didn't bring both feet in, which can also get you in a little bit of trouble with that body triangle, and it's over. He tapped very quickly, Leslie. Matt Aragoni has choked out another BJJ black belt, and of course, Aragoni, a BJJ black belt under Raul Castillo, and those skills were on display here tonight. Body triangle, rear naked choke, fight over.
You know, I'm not a big, huge believer in ring rust, but I might be starting to believe in it, because I think that Costa has a lot more than what we saw today. I think that if he was able to loosen up and feel himself a little bit more while he's out there, that he would be able to deliver a lot more than what he did.
Absolutely, and It's funny because sometimes you look at a guy's statistics and his background and it doesn't necessarily equate, but we look at Matt Aragoni, former collegiate wrestler, used his takedowns, BJJ black belt, won with a rear naked choke. So in this case, his skills showed in the cage and he won the fight.
Yeah. It was great to watch. It was so fun to watch that switch about halfway through that first round where he found himself. I liked it.
So second fight of the pro card, Matt Aragoni is victorious with a rear naked choke submission victory over Fernando Costa. And as Leslie said, it could have been a little bit of ring rust. We don't know. Perhaps we'll see these guys fight again somewhere down the line. Let's send it up to Jeff Houston for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout comes to an end at 1 minute 33 seconds into round number 2. For your winner by tap out by a neck crank submission from Half Moon Bay, California, Matt the Tornado Aragoni.
Okay, so Jeff Houston called it a neck crank. Maybe we had a bad angle.
It's possible. You know, I was noticing that the ref was talking to Costa and pointing to his neck, and he seemed to be asking some questions. I'm not sure if that's where he got that from. That is that Costa, while he did tap, did not want to give it the full rear naked chokeness. He, you know, maybe that was his last
rear
thing.
naked chokeness.
Okay, so I made that up.
Leslie Smith is inventing words here at Conquer 4. Only on Flow Combat do you get to hear Leslie Smith create words.
Well, okay, if you train, you know what I'm talking about. When you get someone in something and they're like, well, you know, I tapped because it was uncomfortable, but it wasn't really what you were going for.
Listen, I know what you were talking about.
I know you know, but you're making it.
Adam Piccolotti, Sam Temko, Gavin Hallinan, Kenya Proc,
Jeff Houston is
Hector,
jacked.
all the guys at AKA,
Mike jacked.
Javier Mendez, my sponsors, Cowboy Fishing, Tom.
Aragoni said, listen,
Old Princeton
I
Landing,
won.
Brian.
Give me the microphone.
You got my back
Thanking
since
his
day one.
sponsors.
Tuck Tuck, Coach Toby, Fit Mind, Power Construction, and Cruiser Lifestyle. Thank you, everybody.
I'll tell you what, Ring Announcer 101, I'm a ring announcer by trade. Ring Announcer 101, you don't give your mic to anybody. Jeff Houston was mic jacked on Conquer 4.
You know,
Party at the OPL.
You know, for being a mic jacker, he did a really good job of actually speaking into the mic. About half